Good morning, everyone. Today I want to show you how you can file your PST return using the Etaxbc if you live in BC. You can have a similar service in the different provinces in Canada. I'm in BC, so I'm going to be using Etaxbc. So if you have a small business or a corporation and you need to pay your PST, you can use Etaxbc if you live in BC. So how do you do that? So we're going to be using Quickbooks to help us fill out all these different boxes, as you can tell. So the first thing is to create an Etaxbc account if you don't have one already. And once you have your own Etaxbc account, you'll be able to go to Home. And if you go to Provincial Sales Tax, you'll be able to submit a filing. So I already did the one for May, as you can see. So I'm going to show you an example. If you go File Return for the next one, you'll have to select the appropriate date. So that's going to be June 1st to August 31st. So obviously, this is in the future. But if it was for this period, I would select from March 1st to May 31st, 2022. And you would have to fill the following boxes. So how do you fill those boxes? Well, if you have QuickBooks, it makes it super easy. So what you do is you would switch to the accountant view. And once you have the accountant view, you can go into taxes. And then you would select, so the CRA agency, this is the GST, if you have a GST account. And the BC Ministry of Finance, that's the PST that you're going to have to pay. So you select the PST account or BC Ministry of Finance, and you're going to click on Prepare Return. Okay. And so when you do that, you're going to have to select the period. So usually it's a 3-month period. And the Etaxbc will tell you what's the period. So in my case, that was March 1st to May 31st. So unfortunately, because I already filed my March to May period for the PST, I can't show you what it would be. It's weird. But anyway, that's what it would look like. Yeah, so assuming that you have, let's say you start from June 1st to, it's going to be August 31st. Okay, 3 months. And it will show you how much tax you owe so far. And so what you would do is, this is the total sales, right? That's box A that you can use to fill in the Etaxbc. So if you go back to Etaxbc, this is box A right here. So total sales, boom. I would enter 37,578 into box A. Then box B right there, $1,918. And that's pretty much it. And the box is like a commission. So pretty much if you pay on time, the province of BC gives you a $20 discount, or it's not $20, it's some discount. They give you some discount because you're filing on file. Oh wow, it's so nice of the province. Finally doing something for small business owner, right? And then anyway, at the end of the day, and then you'll have your total amount due. That is it. And then you submit it, and that's it. That's filed. Once it's filed, you're going to have to pay it. So as you can tell here, you'll see pay the outstanding balance of whatever you owe. And you're going to have to click on that, enter your credit card information, and boom, you can pay it. That is it. So this is how you use QuickBooks to help you fill in and file your PST return on Etaxbc. Oh, yes. And if you're wondering, the reason why you have to pay PST is because when you charge PST to a client, it's because usually you sold a product. If you were only selling a service, let's say you were a coach and you only do services, you generally don't sell PST unless you sell some products of some kind, which could be a digital product or a real material product. It doesn't matter. In this case, you would charge PST on the sale. And when you collect this PST is not for you, of course, it's for the government, for the province. So in BC, you're going to have to pay 7% of the sale to the province of BC. And so when you do have invoices in QuickBooks, what's happening is even if you haven't received the money from the client yet, let's say a client owes you $10,000. You created a new invoice. You have the $10,000 that you're going to be collecting from the client at some point. But what's happening is for the government of Canada, you already collected those $10,000. Even though you haven't even received the cash, they are going to ask you to pay the PST and GST on this invoice, even though you don't have the cash yet, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. It's so not helpful for small businesses who have to pay taxes on income that they haven't even produced yet. So anyway, this is called the accrual method. The accrual, which is a very cruel method, as you can tell, is you're going to have to pay taxes on the invoices, even though you haven't received the money from the client yet, as opposed to the cash method, which is used by other countries, I'm guessing, not in Canada, unfortunately. And so this is why when you have QuickBooks, it can be really helpful to minimize your invoices, because I know it's easy to track how many hours you spend on a client in QuickBooks, but every time you do that, the problem is that's going to increase the balance on the invoice. And so you're going to have to pay the PST and GST on this invoice, even though you haven't received the cash from the client yet. So the trick is to keep your invoices to a minimum. And once you receive the cash from the client, then you can update the invoice to the actual balance and amount, so that you'll have to pay PST and GST on this invoice, but at least now you have the cash from the client. You know what I mean? So just a quick recap. Create your account on Etaxbc. Once you have an account with Etaxbc, you can use QuickBooks to help you fill in all the information required to file your PST return into Etaxbc. And to do that, you go into QuickBooks, you go into the accountant view right here, switch to accountant view. I'm already in accountant view. And then you go into taxes, then you select BC Ministry of Finance, because that's the PST account. And then you're going to scroll down and click prepare return. Once you have you have to select the start date, which is, let's say, June 1st and to August 31st. This period is dictated from the Etaxbc. So you'll see Etaxbc will tell you have to pay your PST for the period starting in June 1st, ending in August 31st. And then all the information that you need to fill in into Etaxbc are right here into in QuickBooks. So I hope this helped. Let me know if you have any questions or any issues. And if you don't want to do that every 3 months, and if you want help with bookkeeping, you can contact me. I'll be glad to help you. Check the description below in this video. You'll see more information. And this is it. I wish you an amazing day and great PST return. Woohoo! Who loves filing their PST return, eh? No one ever. All right, take care, everyone. And if you thought that this video was helpful, please like the video and subscribe. I'll be sending way more information to help you with how to save more money, how more taxes for small business and corporations. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.